Have you ever met someone and instantly felt they were smart, kind, and trustworthy, all within the first few seconds of seeing them? You haven't heard them speak a single word, but your brain has already made up its mind. What if that instant judgment is based on a powerful illusion your mind creates? Imagine you're hiring for an important role in your company. Two candidates are scheduled for an interview. On paper, their resumes are identical, listing the same skills and years of experience. The first candidate walks in. They are well-dressed, confident, and conventionally attractive. They offer a warm smile and a firm handshake. The second candidate arrives. They are just as qualified, but appear more plain and seem a little less polished in their presentation. You conduct both interviews and, objectively, their answers are of a similar quality, yet you find yourself instinctively leaning toward the first candidate. You feel they are not just a better cultural fit, but also more intelligent and capable. This experience isn't a personal flaw or a sign of poor judgment. It's a universal feature of human psychology that affects us all, every single day. You are experiencing a cognitive bias known as the halo effect. The halo effect is our brain's tendency to let one positive trait about a person create an overall positive impression. This single trait acts like a halo, making us see all their other characteristics in a more positive light. In many cases, that initial positive trait is physical attractiveness. Our brains often operate on a simple, ancient shortcut. What is beautiful must be good. This unconscious bias is incredibly powerful and shows up everywhere. In politics, studies have shown that more attractive candidates are often perceived by voters as more knowledgeable and trustworthy, regardless of their actual policies. It even influences our justice system. Research has consistently found that attractive defendants are more likely to receive lighter sentences or even be acquitted compared to less attractive individuals charged with the very same crime. This effect extends into the classroom, where teachers may subconsciously expect better performance from more attractive students, which can create a self-fulfilling prophecy of success. We automatically and unconsciously assume that people who look good are also more successful, more sociable, and more interesting as individuals. This all happens in the blink of an eye. But the halo is not just about looks. It can be triggered by any single noticeable and positive quality. If you meet someone who is a charismatic public speaker, you might automatically assume they are also a great leader and a highly moral person, even with no evidence to support it. If you learn a person attended a prestigious university, you might unconsciously label them as intelligent in all areas of life, even those completely unrelated to their education. The opposite of this is also true, and it's called the horns effect. One single negative trait, like a weak handshake or messy clothing, can cast a negative shadow over all of that person's other qualities. You might find yourself dismissing a brilliant idea simply because the person who presented it seemed awkward, nervous, or didn't make eye contact. Their perceived flaw created a negative filter. This mental shortcut likely served a purpose in our evolutionary past. When making snap judgments about strangers, a quick assessment of their health and vitality, often signaled by appearance, could be a matter of survival. Was this person a friend or a foe? A potential threat or a valuable ally? Our brains needed fast answers, not perfectly accurate ones, to navigate a dangerous world. But in our complex modern society, this ancient shortcut leads to significant errors in judgment. It causes us to hire the wrong people, trust the untrustworthy, and completely overlook hidden talent. We believe we are making a rational decision based on objective facts, but more often than not, we are simply following the warm glow of a halo that we can't even see. So how does this process actually work inside our minds? It all comes down to the brain's constant search for cognitive efficiency. Your brain is fundamentally wired for efficiency, not accuracy. It has to process billions of pieces of information every day, and to cope with this overload, it creates mental shortcuts or heuristics. The halo effect is one of its favorites. Forming a coherent, consistent story about someone is mentally much easier than holding two conflicting ideas in your head at the same time. It's difficult for our brain to process the thought, this person is very attractive, but they might not be very competent. It's far simpler to create a smooth narrative. This person is attractive, therefore they are also competent. The positive impression in one area creates a halo that illuminates everything else about the person, making it all seem consistently good. Your brain's judgment is designed for speed, not for truth. So how can you break free from the halo effect? You cannot simply turn it off, as it's a deeply ingrained process. But you can consciously override it with a simple, deliberate strategy. When you find yourself evaluating someone, first try to identify the specific positive trait that stands out to you. Acknowledge the halo. Then, deliberately ask yourself, what is the actual evidence for their ability in the specific area I am judging? By separating the person's standout trait from their actual performance, you shift from a judgment based on feeling to one based on evidence. Don't let the glow of a halo blind you to what is really there.